Ito, this is a very, very, very important topic. Kasi kapag nag-chapter 4 na kayo, mag-statistical analysis na kayo, kapag na-realize nyo na mali yung pagkakaintindi nyo dito sa topic na to, uulit kayo sa chapter 1. Yung topic na to, ang tawag is levels of measurement. So, yung variable natin can be classified according to the level of measurement. Yung level 1 is the weakest level. Ang tawag natin dyan is nominal data. Nominal from the word name. Now, in nominal data, yung values natin are non-numeric group labels. Labels lang. Okay? And it does not reflect quantitative information. So pwede kang gumamit ng number sa nominal data but for the sake of labeling lang. Okay? Halimbawa, tatatakan mo yung mga baboy na kakatayin. Pwede kang gumamit ng number para hindi ka malito. But yung number na yun is walang significance. Label lang sila. So in nominal data, yung mga value natin is purely qualitative. Next level. Yung level 2 naman natin is ordinal data from the word order. So in nominal data, we can arrange the data according to their attributes and properties. Okay? Meron tayong tinatawag na meaningful order of categories. But we cannot determine the difference between two categories or two values. Halimbawa, yung example ng ordinal data is customer satisfaction. Satisfaction. Kapag nagsasagot kayo ng mga survey sa mga fast food, yung mga option is satisfied, tapos very satisfied, and then neutral, I don't know, not satisfied, tapos poorly satisfied. Okay. So, ito yung data value natin. Yung satisfaction yung variable natin. And the ordinal data is yung 5 scale na yan. Yung 5 value. So, in this value, we know that yung very satisfied, yung pinakamataas. And yung pinakamababa is yung poorly satisfied. Okay? But we cannot distinguish the distance or the differences between two categories. Halimbawa, nag-assign ka ng number. Yung very satisfied is yung 5, satisfied is 4, neutral is 3, and then 2, tapos 1. Okay? Halimbawa, ang binigay mong score is 4.5. Paano mo i-interpret yung 4.5? Okay? Ang value ng 4 is satisfied tsaka very satisfied. So, paano mo bibigyan ng meaning yung nasa gitna ng dalawang to? Medyo satisfied. Hindi siya pwedeng i-round off. Okay? So, in ordinal data, pwede kang maglagay, pwede kang gumamit ng number, but you cannot determine the difference between two values. Walang significance yung pagitan nila. Na ordinal data can be qualitative or quantitative. Next. Ito na. Ito medyo mataas na data na to. We have here interval data. Interval data is quantitative ordinal data whose distance between two values are equal. Hence, the difference between two values is meaningful. So kung sa ordinal data hindi mo masusukat yung pagitan ng dalawang value, sa interval data pwede na. Okay? Ibig sabihin, in interval data, we can now perform addition and subtraction. Another characteristic of interval data is that zero is arbitrary. What do we mean by arbitrary? Arbitrary means pabago-bago. In interval data, the meaning of zero is not constant, is not fixed. Pabago-bago siya. And at the same time, interval data can be negative. Okay? It can be negative. The highest level of data is called the ratio data. Kung sa interval data, pwede tayong mag-add and subtract. Sa ratio data, pwede tayong gumamit ng multiplication and division. Because in ratio data, the ratio between two values are meaningful. Pwede mong i-interpret. So, unlike interval data, in ratio data, zero has an absolute value. Zero has true value. It has a fixed meaning. And all ratio data is non-negative. Kung sa interval data pwede maging negative, sa ratio, bawal silang maging negative. Pwede lang positive or zero. Now, before I give examples, let us discuss some important remarks first. Una, what mathematical computations can be performed for each level? Okay? So, there are two types of mathematical computations that we have here. Yung una is logical comparison. Hello. Sorry. May delivery lang. Okay? Nasaan ba ako? Ayun. Mathematical computation. So, there are two mathematical computations that we have here. The first one is logical comparison. In logical comparison, we have the equalities, equal or not equal, or yes or no. And then we have the inequalities. For the arithmetic group, we have plus minus and times divide. Now, for nominal data, the only mathematical computation that we can perform is yung equal or not equal. Kung babae ka ba o hindi. Kung ABM ka ba o hindi. Yes or no lang yung nominal data. Hindi natin siya pwedeng gamitan ng inequalities, ng plus minus, and ng times and divide. For ordinal data, pwede yung equal or not equal, pwede yung inequalities, but not arithmetic. For interval, pwede ang equal not equal, pwede ang inequalities, pwede ang plus minus, but not multiply and divide. And then for ratio, of course, lahat yan pwede. Ay, mali yan, sorry. It should be pwede. Okay, kaya yung ratio data yung pinakamataas na level of measurement kasi marami kang pwedeng gawin sa kanya. In fact, pwede mo nga siyang i-derivative. Next. Okay. So, nalaman na natin kung ano yung kung paano natin i-analyze yung data. Ngayon naman, what numerical characteristic can we analyze for each level? So when you say numerical characteristic, anim yan. So yung count o yung frequency, yung dami ng sumagot sa bawat value. And then extreme values. Extreme values is yung highest and lowest. Mean is yung average. Uh, median, median is the middle value or the center value. It is a center value kasi 50% ng data mas mababa sa kanya tapos 50% mas mataas sa kay median. And then we have mode. Mode is the most common value. Yung pinakamaraming sagot. And then variability. Variability pertains to how dispersed your data is. Okay? Kung gaano kalayo sa isa't isa yung data mo. For nominal, the only numerical characteristic that we can analyze here is yung count. Yung bilang ng sumagot ng yes or no. Yung bilang ng lalaki at babae. For the rest, hindi na pwede. For ordinal data, pwede tayong mag-count. Pwedeng yung extreme values. Remember, may order na tayo dito. Yung value natin can be arranged categorically. For the average, minsan pwede, minsan bawal. I will explain later kung bakit pwede. Meron din tayong median, meron ding mode, but there's no variability. Remember, in ordinal data, the distances between two categories or two values has no meaning. Interval. Kapag interval yung data mo, pwede na gawin to lahat. Okay? And at the same time, pag ratio, ganun din. Pwede mong gawin lahat. Okay? So, mas maganda kung yung data na gagamitin nyo sa research nyo is interval or ratio. Kasi marami kayong pwedeng ma-analyze dun. Next. Okay. For the next slide, i-explain ko yung differences between interval and ratio data. So yung una is, what do we mean by zero is arbitrary? Yung minsan, mamaya ipapaliwanag ko yun. Okay. So ano ibig sabihin ng zero is arbitrary? Kailan ba natin ginagamit yung number na zero? Kailan natin ginagamit yung number na zero? Pagtapos ng 9? No, not that. I mean, when it comes to measuring or counting, kailan natin ginagamit yung zero? Bago mag-1, ruler, no count, that is pwede. Gusto ko nung yung medyo general na answer na. Neutral? Hindi eh. Grade mo? Oh, money? Anak ng pating. Measure. O nga, tuwing kailan? Anong specific scenario? Tuwing kailan natin ginagamit yung zero? Ala? Hindi. No. Yun. If we want to quantify the word wala or nothing, gumagamit tayo ng zero. So zero means there is no present quantity. Walang binibilang, walang sinusukat. Okay? And may value. Oo, yun nga lang, wala siyang Walang quantity or wala kang susukatin. Wala kang bibilangin. Okay? Now, in interval data, this definition of zero is not always true. It's not always true in interval data. Now, let us consider an example. Temperature. Temperature is an example of interval data. What do we mean by 0 degree Celsius? What do we mean by 0 degree Celsius? That means no temperature. Hindi ah. Yes. 0 degree Celsius is the freezing point of water. Ordinary water. Tubig tabang. Okay? But if you change the unit of measurement of temperature into Fahrenheit, yung zero, mag-iiba ng value. Using Fahrenheit, 0 degree, the freezing point of water is 32 degree Fahrenheit. Eh ano ibig sabihin ng 0 degree Fahrenheit? Yung 0 degree Fahrenheit is the freezing point of salty water. Okay? Yung 0 degree Celsius, freezing point ng ordinaryong tubig. Pero yung 0 degree Fahrenheit, yung freezing point ng tubig alat. So magkaiba yung ibig sabihin ng zero when it comes to temperature. Kaya siya tinawag na zero is arbitrary. Okay? Oy, maliwanag ba to? Importante to ha, mga be. Now, sa ratio, anong ibig sabihin ng zero? One example of ratio data is height. Pag sinabing zero sa height, at using any unit of measurement, mapa centimeter or kilometer or inches or foot, basta pag sinabing zero, ibig sabihin walang height yung object mo. Or you can say that the object does not exist at all. Okay po? So yun yung pinagkaiba ng zero sa ratio at interval data. Next. Oh. Why can't we multiply or divide interval data? Bakit bawal? Now, let us consider this example. Meron tayong dalawang object dito, si A at saka si B. So, given yung height and yung temperature ni A and B. So, A is 20 centimeter and 30 degrees Celsius. B is 10 centimeter and 15 degrees Celsius. So, based on this data, based on this table, what is our primary observations? Base dito sa data natin, okay, ano yung primary observations natin? No. Hindi naman tayo nag-experiment, Brother Handog eh. Kaya hindi natin pwede malaman kung up or down yung values natin o yung number. Again, Sumido, wala tayong ginawang experimentation. Kaya hindi natin alam kung increase or decrease. Linear, that is a very interesting observation, pero medyo malalim na yan. The distance between the 2 points is standardized. Can you be more specific about it, Handog? Ito po, ayan yung table natin. if you're going to compare the height and temperature of object A and object B, we can say that object A is twice as tall as object B, and object A is twice as hot as object B. Tama? Di ba? Doble yung value nila. Okay. Now, unfortunately, dito sa observation na to, isa lang yung tama. Paano natin malalaman yung mali? Okay? If we convert our two observations mathematically, yung observation 1 magiging 20 cm is equal to 2 times 10 cm. And then yung observation 2 is magiging 30 degree is equal to 2 times 15 degree. Now, palitan natin yung unit of measurement. Sige nga, what is the value of height of A kapag inches? Convert nyo nga, the height of A is 20 centimeter. Ilan siya in inches? 3 decimal places. Paki-convert. 7.874. Yung B, 10 centimeter. Convert it to inches. 3.937. Okay? So, dito, kapag pinalitan natin yung unit of measurement ng height, tama pa rin yung observation 1 natin. We can still say that 7.874 is equal to 2 times, sorry, mali ako. 7.874 inches is equal to 2 times 3.937 inches. Now, yung temperature naman, palitan natin sa Fahrenheit. What is 30 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? 86. Yung 15, 59. Ang tanong, tama pa rin ba yung observation 2 natin? Can we say that 86 degree Fahrenheit is equal to 2 times 59 degree Fahrenheit? Of course not. Okay? So, yung observation 2 natin is mali. Meaning, we cannot use multiplication in temperature. We can only use plus or minus. Ano yung tamang observation para para dun sa temperature? Well, gumamit kayo ng addition. Yung temperature, the temperature of object A is equal sa temperature of object B plus 15 degree Celsius. So this is the correct observation for temperature. Okay? So ito yung dahilan kung bakit bawal ka gumamit ng multiplication or division sa interval data. Kasi yung zero is arbitrary. Yung origin hindi specific. Hindi definite. Nagbabago-bago siya. Depende sa unit of measurement. Excuse me. Okay. Now, punta tayo dun sa huling, ano nga ba yan? Yung sa ordinal. Sabi natin kanina, yung ordinal data, pwedeng merong mean, pwedeng walang mean. Kailan ba nagkakaroon ng mean? Dahil yan sa Likert scale. Hindi po Likert ang basa dyan. Ang basa dyan is Likert. Likert. It's a surname of a person. Now, Psychological tests about attitude or opinions are very problematic. Ginagamit natin yung Likert scale to measure different psychological aspect of a person. Halimbawa, let's say the psychological aspect is about agreement. So we can use strongly agree, agree, undecided, disagree, and strongly disagree. For values, example, sentimental values, we can use high, moderate, low, or no value at all. For frequency, frequency is gaano kadalas. We can use always, very often, sometimes, rarely, or never. Okay? Now, we can also assign numbers sa bawat scale ng Likert scale. Halimbawa, in frequency, I will assign 3 to always, and then 2 for very often, 1 for sometimes, and 0 naman kapag never. So dito na nagsisimula yung problema. As we all know, Likert scale is an ordinal data. Based on our discussion, kung babalikan mo yung definition ng ordinal data kanina, ang Likert scale is ordinal data. But unfortunately, there is no universal consensus about the level of measurement of Likert scale. Yung ibang expert kasi, ginagawang interval scale ang Likert scale. Di ba kapag interval, marami kang pwedeng numerical characteristic? Pwede kang makakuha ng mean, ng median, ng mode, at saka ng variability. Okay? Actually, ang nagsimula niyan is mga businessman. Siyempre, money is numbers, but the psychological aspect is not. So they need something na magme-measure ng psychological aspect. Kaya na-invento yung Likert scale. So ngayon, magulo yung definition ng Likert scale kung siya ba ay ordinal or interval data. Okay? Pero kung ako tatanungin, it should be ordinal data. It cannot be interval data. But then, hindi lang naman ako ang expert sa mundo. How sad. Sa test po, siya? Okay. Sa mga quizzes natin, we will consider it as ordinal data. Mag-i-stick tayo dun sa definition na napag-usapan natin. Okay po? But when it comes to actual research, it can be interval data. Good thing na natanong mo yan, no? Anyway, so let's have an examples na. So we want to identify the level of measurement of each variables. So number 1, student number. I think I already mentioned this kanina. Student number is nominal. Next, what about sex? What is sex? What is the level of measurement of sex? I'm asking level of measurement, not the data. Sex is nominal. It cannot be ordinal. Pag naging ordinal yan, magiging sexist ka. Okay. Next. IQ level. IQ level? IQ level? What is IQ level? Anyone? Di ba sa IQ level, ano yan, meron kang test na kukunin, tapos dun, yun yung magiging basehan ng, ng magiging score mo, it is interval. Okay? Bakit siya naging interval? Because of the zero. Pag sinabing zero IQ level, it doesn't mean na wala kang intelligence. Ang ibig sabihin lang nun is hindi tama yung test to measure your intelligence. Remember, iba't iba yung intelligence ng tao. There are 8 types of intelligence. Okay? Next, periodical exam score. Paano naging nominal yan? In periodical exam, we are counting the number of correct answers. So, pag naging zero ka sa periodical exam, ibig sabihin wala kang tamang sagot. It does not pertain to your intelligence. Okay? Ang tinutukoy lang ng score sa periodical exam is yung dami ng tamang sagot. So, pag zero ka, ibig sabihin wala kang tamang sagot regardless kung anong klaseng intelligence meron ka and kung anong subject yung periodical exam. So, periodical exam is ratio. It's not interval. Next. Wala po bang example na nandun lahat? Wala po. Restaurant food taste. Restaurant food taste is ordinal. Okay? What about time? Nominal. It's not nominal. Okay. Meron dalawang klase ng time. Merong time na date and time na duration. O yung tagal. Pag sinabing time duration, some examples are allotted time for quiz. We also have the duration of video conference. Okay? O yung ano ba? Duration ng car, ng race pala. Basta kapag yung time nyo is about kung gaano katagal yung isang bagay, this is ratio. Pero kapag yung time nyo is date, halimbawa, September 7, 2020, this is interval. Bakit? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng 0 year? Ang ibig sabihin ng 0 year is the start of new millennia. Hindi porke 0 is walang taon. Okay? And yung time na sa orasan nyo, halimbawa, 12 a.m. Kapag 12-hour format yung oras, walang 0 dyan. So this is interval. Paano pag 24-hour format? Pag 24-hour format, yung 12 a.m. magiging 0, 0, 0, 0 or 0 o'clock. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nito wala ng time. Ang ibig sabihin lang nito is start ng panibagong araw. So this is interval. Okay? So to summarize, Kapag date yung tinutukoy ng time nyo, that is interval. Pero kapag duration yung tinutukoy ng time, that is ratio. Next, what about the angle measured in degree? The angle measured in degree, o ano, may sumagot ng interval, may sumagot ng ratio. Ordinal? Hindi siya pwede maging ordinal, be. Hmm. Tingnan natin ha. What do we mean by 0 degree? Regardless kung radian or degree yung gamit mo, pag sabing 0, ibig sabihin, walang rotation. Okay? Walang rotation na nangyari. Eh sir, di ba parehas lang yung 360 degree at saka 0 degree? They are not the same. They may be coterminal, but they are not the same. Parehas yung sine and cosine value nila, pero hindi ibig sabihin nun is parehas sila in specific nature. Pag sinabing 360 degree, this is one revolution. Nagkataon lang na coterminal si 0 at saka si 360. Next, sir, meron tayong negative angles. Negative 90 degree, negative 270 degree, negative 180 degree. So, ibig sabihin ba nun, interval siya? Hindi po. The negative sign here indicates only direction. Hindi niya naapektuhan yung value ng angle. It has nothing to do with the magnitude of the angle. Again, the negative sign here is just about direction. Ibig sabihin nito is clockwise rotation. Kapag positive, counterclockwise. So yung angle is a ratio data. Okay? Educational attainment. Educational attainment, this is ordinal. What about level of pain? Level of pain. Ang level of pain can be ordinal and it can be interval. Meron tayong kung interval siya, ang gamit natin na unit of measurement is del. Del. Search nyo sa internet yan. This is the unit of measurement of pain. Pero kapag yung pain mo is, kunwari, aray masakit. Tapos, aray masakit, tapos may mura sa dulo. Okay? Kapag ganito, ordinal yan. Maliwanag? Ouch, B. What the heck? Okay? Oh. Oy, naka-record po ito. Sumido. Now, last example, salary. What is salary? Salary is ratio data. Eh, sir, kung ratio siya, bakit nagkakaroon ng negative account sa accounting? Ano ibig sabihin ng negative? Yun, okay? Kagaya nung sa angle, yung negative sign doon is not really about the magnitude. Ang ibig sabihin lang nun is meron kang liabilities, may utang ka. Okay? So I will end our discussion here. Next meeting, I will discuss